and R&B.
615radio.com.
24/7.
Tap in with us, man.
What's good? It's DJ Right for you tuned in to Culture Forward.
If you ain't rocking with Culture Forward, you're moving back. It ain't easy, but somebody gotta do it. That's why your daddy couldn't. But don't worry, his flaws are our expertise. Y'all already know what it is. Big fold.
I do it for my city.
6.
Tap in with us, man.
Tune in to Culture Forward every Thursday, 8 p.m. 615radio.thestreets.com. The TuneIn app, Live 365 app, or a simple radio app.
Hey, what's shaking, man? It's hard liquor shotty, man. If you ain't tapped in, tap in right now. You already know what it is. Let it rock.
Tap in with us, man.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy King the MC. Go ahead and crank it up a notch for me.
Hey, it's Kitty Close, man. We out here moving the culture forward with my dog Leo Dynamite. Tune in.
Yo, we live. This is Leo. I appreciate you tuning in. We on Culture Forward. I got my dog with me, man, the drummer extraordinaire, Craig Bailey.
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Craig Bailey here. Excited to be on the air and on the podcast with Culture Forward with my dog Leo Dynamite.
So what's been going on, man? Talk to me. How you been, bro?
I've been good. Quarantine's been good. I've been taking this time to make the necessary changes, working on myself, working on my mentality. For those who follow me knows and saw that I broke the internet last Friday, and I posted this picture. Let you know, man. It's we're gonna say this off the record unofficially, but D'Angelo and the D'Angelo cut. We gonna rename it.
Forget D'Angelo.
Yeah. Forget D'Angelo. You're right. I'm sorry. This is the Craig Bailey cut, man. This is that Bailey cut. So from now on, when people try to get that little cut in their ass, they be like, "Man, I got the D'Angelo." They gonna be like, "I got that Bailey."
Got this.
And that sounds better too. You know, that sounds better. Like, I got that Bailey.
So my boy got trying to get cut up for the summertime.
Man,
hot
listen,
boy.
man.
This is gonna be a hot boy summer.
Man, listen. I had a decent summer last summer, man. We trying to turn it up this summer.
A few more notches.
You know, just a little bit. Probably a little pressure.
But yeah, man. So talk to me a little bit. I know, kind of, in the midst of everything, over the past couple months, we kind of had the tornado kind of tore through the city, and then shortly after that we had the quarantine kind of kick off. So I seen you been doing the Nashville recovery tours, man. That's pretty cool. Talk to me a little bit about that. Yeah,
so it's definitely it's another idea that a friend of mine, his name is Michael, which that he had came up with. So basically he hit me up one day and was just like, "Yo, let's do a video, like let's do some filming, just basically highlight and bring awareness back to tornadoes." So of course I was down. My only worry and concern was that I know like a lot of the areas, they have been like blocked off, and a lot of them are still being guarded by police.
Right.
So two people just randomly just going and setting up our drum sets may not be ideal. And this is of course before like George Floyd and all that stuff. So like this, before all that, but it was good because, like I said, that was something that, like, when it happened, because, like, my schedule's so busy, I didn't get a chance to really go out and, like, help clean up like I wanted to. A couple people had, like, causes and different things like that I donated to, but I like to try to be hands-on and, like, try to be physically present and do stuff, not just, like, throw money at something. So, when he approached me about the idea, like, it was dope. And then kind of going back to a conversation we were talking about, like, off-air, it's funny that like in doing that, like the response that we've gotten from doing it has been crazy. Like definitely like my social media interaction, like the likes, the comments, the views, like the reshares, like everything. And then and it's good because people are commenting and even have reached out to my brother and was like, "Yo, like tell Craig like whatever he's doing, like this is it, like this needs to be it." And so it's something, like I said, we didn't really intend to do. It's something that we had a downtime to do, and something that we want to bring awareness back to, and it's been dope. And like I said, to make it and do it on the news, it's even more dope as well. So like I said, that was a dope highlight and dope, something that people added on to it. So, but like I said, we're just basically raising awareness for it. So we started a GoFundMe. The goal that we're trying to raise is $10,000. Last time I checked, we were a little over 1,000, so still got a long ways to go. But like I said, the traction we've been getting is dope and priceless. So we started off posting videos about it. We had to kind of like shift and kind of take a pause, when all the George Floyd protests happening. So we made sure that we, definitely want to support that. And we also did like some filming in front of the courthouse to support that as well. But like I said, we're about to get back on it. So last Friday, we actually did a song. It's a Bruce Springsteen song with a full band. So it's myself, we have a keyboard player, guitar player, and a vocalist. And we did a song that's, kind of speaks to what the city is going through. And so we're going to be putting that out soon. But we actually did that last Friday. So we're about to kind of switch gears. And we were trying to figure out how to do it, in a way to where it didn't take away from the protests. And we didn't, shy away from that as well. But also kind of still bringing back awareness to the tornado. So I think with this, it's actually helped us do that for sure.
Yeah, man, it's been cool, and like just even being able to see it from afar, man. Not even being able to be there in the physical presence, but just being able to take that in. Just, just seeing it that's something different, man. That's cool. Like, something right now, you kind of need something like that. I think everybody kind of needs a break from, even if it's just a 30-second video, a minute-long video. You know what I mean? That's just a mental break, and it can be powerful. You know what I mean? Especially in this climate right now.
And I think too, because I live here, so it's like you hear about it. And I saw like some pictures, but like when you actually get to it and you see it like
it's different,
in person,
man.
It's different. God, it's different.
Like
it's
the
different.
Pictures in the news, they don't do it no justice, man. And it's crazy because I was the same way. Like the first day after, like I didn't get out. You know what I mean? I kind of stayed in the area, so to speak. So I really didn't, understand the magnitude exactly how bad it was. You know what I'm saying? And
then same boat.
When I actually went, put my boots on the ground, went to do some little volunteer efforts, on behalf of like the 200-man stand, and we went out and did some cleanups, and we did some door-to-doors, and you know what I mean, and just being able to kind of really take it in, experience it firsthand, like it was way worse than what I imagined, and man, just seeing the damage, like it was, man, it was definitely mind blowing, and even one of my personal friends, like. He stayed in Hermitage, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like I didn't even know how bad it was out there. I'm talking about his whole complex.
We haven't hit there yet.
His whole apartment complex got shredded. Mm-hmm. The whole complex had to move out. Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. So I'm saying like it was crazy, man. Just being able to take that in and just being a part of it, and just just going out there and talking to people and touching the people, man. It's powerful right now. And like I said, it's been so much going on. It's been like kind of one thing after another. It's been like a real roller coaster for the past few months. So it's cool, you know what I mean? You got people like, yourself and, your partner who thinking outside the box a little bit, who kind of want to put something together to give the people just a mental break. Yeah. And ease the tension a little bit.
Yeah. And I think for people, when people like drive by and see it, so number one, like lately we've been setting up mainly like in like East Nashville Main Street. So imagine driving down Main Street and you're driving with the light and you hear something, you're like, yo, what is that? It's like, is that a drum set? And you look over and it's literally me and Micah like with two drum sets like playing, and it's like, and like I said, when we did it Friday, like we had a whole PA system, we had all kinds of instruments, and it was dope because even like before we did the full band thing, which is me and Micah, we've gone around and people were like literally will like stop driving or like they'll pull over, they'll get some food and come over and eat it and just chill and just listen to us play and jam. And it is dope because like I said, like right now we're quarantining, most people have been stuck in the house, not being out doing stuff, so it's like a lot of times for like some people playing it safe, some people have been out kicking it, I ain't gonna lie, some people be at the mall and everything else, but like for people that have been like just kind of like not kicking it like that, like you just go to Walmart, you go to the grocery store, and that's kind of like you getting out the house to see normal, so it's like you doing that and you see some music, it's like something that you don't hear because of course like there's definitely no music going on right now, so that's right. That's a rap. Live. Exactly. So to see that, and it's like for people it's a joy. It's like okay, and like a lot of people appreciate it. For of course, like when we set up, we're in these areas. It's like we're maybe 5-10 feet from like a building that's like tore up. There's buses inside the building or whatever, and it's like people are like hey and it's cool because it's like they see it and then like they're asking questions like hey, like what are you guys doing, so we're telling them about it, and like a lot of them in these areas they're appreciative because a lot of them feel like people kind of forgot, like when it all went down you had like Red Cross and other people out there handing out food and donating, but maybe a few weeks after that, people, stopped coming, and it's like,
and then that quarantine kind of came into effect, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, people didn't really have a chance to truly recover, bounce back. Like even construction crews and stuff had to like really stop working and everything. So it just like kind of like, man, a lot of people got kind of caught in that, in between space and really have a chance to get back on their square just shit, or rebuild, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Cause even we went out, and the crazy part is we had went out and it's crazy because man, we had did a community cleanup in Moss Point down in Mississippi where I was from, in Biloxi and Moss Point area. We did a cleanup.
That's good too.
And it was literally like the middle of February. I think it was maybe right around Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
We did a community cleanup down there, and it was real cool. And we organized a real cool cleanup. We had some students come out and volunteer, probably about 20, 30 students come out and volunteer. We did on behalf of the 200-man stand. I think we had like one of the aldermen. He brought out, like, it was real cool. And so literally a few weeks later, when the tornado happened, people started reaching out from Mississippi, like asking where can they donate. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted to help. Like, they seen what's going on here, and they seen we were just down there on some community work. So it's like, we don't know, paying it forward, it kind of came back full circle.
That's what y'all do anyway.
We started, like, we didn't even, like, it's crazy because, man, we didn't even really have any real channels in place yet to just be really, like, taking donations or taking money, because we really, you know what I mean? We weren't really doing that.
Yeah, sure.
So we had to hurry up and put something together, and, man, before we knew it, we had a little bit of change, and it was like, cool, we kind of like, man, what we gonna do with this? You know what I'm saying? We want to be able to put this in the right people's hands and, make sure that the right people can, receive this blessing, because this is something that we put the work in, not even expecting anything in return. So the fact that people just started reaching out and wanting to donate and coming up with money and funds, it's like, man, it was crazy. And it was so happened to be like, it took us a couple weeks to just really put everything together, because we didn't want to just go out there with a loose gun and just be. So we like, man, we got to put something together. Like we got a little bit of money now. Like we can really bless some people. So we took us a little bit to put together the time and just collective, and we ended up partnering with Recycle Reinvest, and we came up with about 6 families. And we were able to give each family just a little cash blessing. You know what I'm saying? A couple $100, like. You know what I'm saying? It was just a blessing, man. And so that was after the tornado, but this is kind of also still like right when the quarantine thing, it kind of was kicking off. So it was just like people needed it even more, so to speak, when that time it came about. So it was just crazy, man. And it's funny that, like I said, it's just cool. We got people like you thinking outside the box who kind of, want to put together just different efforts and stuff. Like I said, man, it's all needed. It's all necessary right now. The people need something positive to look to. It's a lot of negativity just circling and swarming around, like, and just you kind of gotta get a break from it, man.
And that's kind of like what I like about it is doing that and bringing that positivity. That's why I'm glad that we do it, like, cause that's kind of like the response that we get is like, of course, there's always the one that's like, where's your mask? It's not covering your nose, or, y'all not 6 feet apart, or whatever. Like, of course, we're gonna always get that. So, but for the most part, like I said, it's been a positive thing. People been loving, and we've gotten like a huge response and like feedback from it. So, like, I'm grateful for it. And like I said, like, it's just crazy. Like when we talking earlier, like I said, like, it's crazy the things that people don't, like, you don't intend to do, but like it just happens that way, and then it just blows up way more than what you thought it could be.
Right. Yeah. So, man, I want to talk to you a little bit about your background, man. I know, what I'm saying, you're a musician, a drummer, a hell of a drummer at that.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? Obviously, we've been able to partner up on a few different events.
Of course.
And, man, talk to me, man, how you get started, man?
So, of course, like most drummers and like most people, I started like when I was young, beating on pots and pans, and so kind of like how I learned was mostly by ear. I come from a musically inclined family on my mother's side, so like everybody on my mom's side, you know how it goes, like they either play an instrument or they sing somewhat. So I had an uncle of mine that plays drums also as well, so I mean, of course he would show me stuff from time to time. But for the most part, most of it was just learning by ear. So like my mom, of course, had a record player. And like, we had CDs, so she would put on like different beats, different grooves, and would tell me to like learn that. And then from there, I just kind of, from there, and like, my uncle just introduced me to different things. It kind of grew from there. So I remember the first drum beat I learned how to play was the Beach Boys' Wipeout with the like. Yeah, so like learning to play that. So and then from there, like I said, my uncle introduced me to just other different drummers and musicians, and I just learned to play mostly from ear. So most of it was just listening to it, and then of course, like, I'm gonna date myself, but of course at that time, you know, you didn't have like YouTube and stuff, so really you had a CD player and you just had to like kind of rewind it. So I would try to learn stuff literally lick for lick, like what the drummer or whatever was playing, and that's kind of like how I learned, and just kind of grew from there. And then so like I said, growing up, of course, I'm from Knoxville, which is like a couple hours away from here. So I didn't know Nashville. Growing up there, I didn't know Nashville was such a music town. My aunt, my dad's sister, she lives here. She still lives in Antioch. She's a teacher over at TSU. And so we would come up here every now and then. But you know, when we come up here, we would go see like the lights at Opry Mill or something like that. So, like my aunt, she just wasn't out here like that. So I never knew Nashville was a music town. And then like when I moved here and like I saw people doing it, I was just like, oh, like this is a thing. Like music is like a real...
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
Gig. You can regularly gig.
Exactly. And get money doing it. Like I said, for Knoxville, that was a foreign concept. Of course, like, I played in, like, church and, like, stuff like that, but it's like, you know what I mean? You get paid for it, but it's nothing like gigging like it is here. And then I got here and I was just like, oh, wait, like, yo, this is what we doing? So, like I said, when I went to school, you know, my parents, they gave me this speech and they was just like, you know, hey, you know, what do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? You know, when you get older and all that kind of stuff. And I was just like, I just want to play drums. Like all my life, that's all I want to do is just travel the world and play drums. So, like I said, when my parents told me about it, they was just like, well, you know, a lot of musicians don't make it, so what would you do as a backup? And I was just like, damn, like all my life, all I wanted to do was just be a drummer. So I thought about it for the longest, and I was just like, if I wasn't playing drums, and this may be a question you may ask me later, because I know it's one of the questions you asked, was like, if I wasn't playing drums, what would I do? And so all of my life, I've always wanted to be James Bond. And so my goal was, I was gonna go to the FBI and be a secret agent. That was gonna be my backup plan. And so, so I went to school, I still got my degree. I went to school, got my degree in criminal justice, but like by the time I moved here and I saw people playing and doing music, I was just like, I'm not gonna dodge no bullets, I'm gonna play these drums. And I've been in it ever since. So like every chance I get to like work with somebody, do something, even if it wasn't no money involved or whatever, that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, man. Chasing that dream.
Yeah, man. And it's crazy because, like I said, my parents have always been supportive of me, but like, I'll tell the story real quick. So one time my mom, she used to live here in Murfreesboro, and she used to work at the plant at Amazon. And so what she would do is every weekend or every other weekend, she would go to Knoxville visit my dad, or my dad would come up here to visit her. And so one time I had a band at the time, it was called Black Dynamite. My mom was working at the Amazon plant, and she met this guy. They were talking one time, you know, just making small talk. So the guy said, you know, he's a producer, right? So my mom, of course, being a mom, she's like, well, you know, like my son plays drums. Not even knowing the guy. Like, you know, hey, my son's like, you know, he's in music, he plays drums. And he was like, really, like, you know, does he play around town? And she's like, yeah, he plays around town a little bit. He was like, okay, what's your kid's name? Your son's name? And she was like, oh, Craig Bailey. And he was like, wait, your son's Craig Bailey? And she was like, yeah, your son's Craig Bailey with Black Diamond. And she was like, yeah, why? He was like, man, I've been trying to get his band to come to my studio and record and do X, Y, Z for the longest. And so my mom calls me like the first break she gets, probably like her 15-minute break at lunch or whatever. She calls me and she's like, Craig, like, you know, you're famous, man. This guy up here, man, he knows you, he knows your band and everything. And I was like, well, Mom, like, you're in Murfreesboro. Like, you're literally like 30 minutes away. Like, this guy probably comes to Nashville all the time. Like I said, like, if he'd have been like Chattanooga, like Atlanta, I would have been like a little bit more like, okay, I'm doing something. But like Murfreesboro, like he's probably here a lot. But like from there, she was just like, whatever you doing, don't work at 9 to 5, don't do this, do drums.
Keep going. It's working.
Yeah.
Clearly it's working.
And that went from, you need to have a backup plan to, this is it. And then like I said, when she came to shows and seen like money exchange and see me actually like getting paid for it, it was just like, oh yeah, like quit everything else. Like this is what we need to be doing. And I still have a day job to this day, so there goes that.
Right. Still gotta make ends meet in between, but we ain't gonna stop chasing that dream.
With Corona, man.
Gotta stop chasing that dream.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
So, let me ask you this, man. How old were you when you first started drumming?
I remember
when you got your first drums or you got your first set.
And that's when I counted that. So I remember, of course, beating on stuff before that. But I remember I got my first drum set and took it like seriously for real when I was maybe like 9 or 10. When I got my first drum set. I had like little toy BS drum sets before that like I tore up, but like the first real kind of professional drum set I got, and actually I still have it to this day. I still got it at the house to this day. That same kit that I started off on. So I actually still got it. But like I said, it's been a cool journey, man. Like I said, I never thought in me doing it that, like I said, music would take me this far, even give me like the opportunities and stuff that I've experienced and see the places I've seen, and also meet the people that I've met. So it's definitely been like a blessing. And when I do it, like I said, I try to make sure like my parents are there so they can see what all I've been doing. So
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
So I want to switch it up for a quick second, man.
Let's go ahead.
I want to play a game.
I'm ready for you.
So
let's go.
This game is called Dream Team.
Okay.
And basically the premise behind this is you're a record executive. Mm-hmm. You're working with an unlimited budget.
Yep.
And you can put together one single.
Okay.
So you picking one rapper.
And I got a question for you. Okay, go ahead.
One producer.
Okay.
And one singer.
Okay.
So who's gonna be your dream team?
Now in the beginning, in the first episode, O and them got more than one. But I can keep it at one if we keep it at one. When y'all was talking about like UCMR and O and everybody, it wasn't just one. You fine tune it after the fact.
Nah, I think
y'all had free range.
Nah.
Cause you said like Anita Baker and you said Sade. Yeah,
but I said I said what it would be though. I just said ultimately whoever responds first, whoever answers the phone,
I gotta make sure because you gave them the green light to load the bases.
I said whichever one will pick up first. Can I load the bases?
Can I load the bases? Okay. So if I can load the bases for the artist, I'm gonna of course go with Jay-Z. If I can have a feature, I would put Beyonce on it. For my vocalist, I'm gonna go with Rifle's route because he was smart. I'm gonna put Rihanna on it. I would have produced it.
So you want to have two vocalists? You want Rihanna and Beyonce?
I only as a feature. That's how I put it in there. So I know you said you gotta pick a vocalist and a rapper, but you didn't say nothing about a feature. So I said if I had a feature, it'd be Beyonce because I know the three of them is gonna go up for sure. For producer, I kind of like what y'all said before when y'all said Timbo. I'm gonna go with Pharrell. And if I could have help, I would like to have Quincy Jones on it. If I could have Pharrell and Quincy, and those three.
That man trying to build a starting five. He went from a starting three to a starting five.
If I had to pick one, I guess for today's age, and I guess that five, I'm gonna probably go with Pharrell.
Pharrell, okay.
Now I thought about adding A&R and having that by like Khaled, having Khaled somewhere there, because Khaled's good at that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna go with Pharrell.
He just gonna get a bunch of people. He just gonna
Listen, cause I agree with what B. Howard was saying. It was like it ain't about like the accolades. I know like that right there is just gonna sell.
Yeah.
The three of them, I mean Beyonce and Jay for sure, but the three of them with Rihanna, it's a wrap.
Okay, so I want to ask you this then. So speaking of producers, who were if you had to make a list, your top 5 producers? It don't have to be necessarily in any order.
Okay.
But your top 5 producers of all time.
Top of all time.
Who would that be?
I mean, of course, Pharrell. Of course, Swiss. Someone who don't get their props enough, Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri, those three.
He was like the Puff of the South. This boy turned out so many hits and so many groups.
Man, what? And that's why I was like, man, he don't get enough props. Okay, you know what? For the last two, because I can't think of any, I'm gonna do some Nashville too. I'm gonna do 2 Nashville. So I'm gonna say 4th would be Nice, 5th would be Fade Eastwood. Because I can't think of 2 more like, I mean they're industry, but 2 more like just well known. So I'll do 2 Nashville. So I'll say Fade Eastwood and Nice. Nice at 4, Fade Eastwood at 5. Because Nice is,
obviously the name speaks for itself. Nasty Nice. He's very nasty.
He's
nasty, nice, yeah. That boy nice. He's sick. He been doing it for a long time too. And he real versatile.
Oh yeah, he is for sure. If I could put another like a single together to your question, if I do that same question of who I would pick for a dream team for Nashville, I would say Nice is a producer. I would say, see, I'm biased. I ain't gonna do that because that'd be loaded too. I was gonna give you a Nashville, but I was like, nah, that'd be loaded.
Let me hear that. Go ahead.
I would say if I did a Nashville one, I would love to hear, and this is putting it out there, and the song could even be called Nashville Strong, but I would love to see Airboy the Boy, Lido, B. Howard, and Squeak. And then for the vocals, of course, you gotta go to Robin. Like that's a gift. I think let Nice produce, but I think it'd be called Nashville Strong.
That'd be nice.
No pun intended, man. Nice.
Yeah, for real. So man, tell me about, so you brought up Squeak. Speaking of which, man, you know I seen obviously shout out to Triple Play Squeak.
Yeah, man, I got my shirt right here.
Video Funky just dropped a couple of weeks ago.
Go. I got probably some shoes to go with it, but yeah, we just got it.
Yeah, go check Triple Play Squeak Funky video. You had a little cameo, little guest appearance.
You know, I'm a vixen now, man.
And my man.
Price went up thanks to Squeak.
Shout out to Squeak, man. The video, check the video out if you haven't already, but
Funky.
Yeah, tell me about that, man. You got a little cameo in the video.
Yeah.
Man, you're a video star. You a drummer. What's going on?
So listen, man. We're just trying to add to it, man. I like it. I like it. Like I said, when O approached me about it beforehand, I was down to do it. I didn't think I would actually be in the video, and without giving too much game away behind the scenes, when we did the bar scene, he was talking about it, and he was just like, you know, we gotta make sure like you're gonna say X, Y, and Z, and at this point, you gonna make sure you pop this bottle. And I was like, bet. And then he was just like, but we only got the one bottle. I said, you gotta get it on the first try. And I don't even drink champagne like that. I ain't never popped a champagne bottle in my life.
You gonna learn today.
Man, listen, I was off to the side. It's close to my professionalism. I went off to the side when he said that, and I was on YouTube, and I was like looking, I was like, Adam, let me make sure I get this right, and make sure, because I didn't want to also pop it, I didn't want to hit Squeak in the face when I was doing it, because she's right there, and I was like, video be a wrap. Bump the last scene, this is going to be it.
It'd be cancer.
So I had to make sure, I was like, let me make sure I get this right. And it's like, okay, do this, and then like it had, and I liked it because it had like all the, luckily I found it in time, like it had all the do's and don'ts, like do this, but don't do this, do that. I was like, okay, bet. And then when he said cut, and when she drunk it, and she was, I was like, oh man.
Man.
Y'all had to be there to see it.
Yeah, that was funny, man.
I was worried. I was like, whoa. Man, I was like, I hope he didn't get my face, 'cause I know I lost all cool I had. I was like, I was out of video mode. I was like, yo, whoa, you good?
Yeah, man.
But that champagne was nasty.
Wardrobe and all, man.
That champagne was nasty. But I had to make sure I pointed it away from her. I didn't pop her. But it was a fun experience, man. Like I said, just being on the set. I haven't been on set of, I think that's probably like the second music video I think I've been on set for since I've been in Nashville. That's since 2006, so that's 14 years. So that's, yeah, but it was a fun experience. Yeah, Squeak is super dope, man. I don't know if she realized how dope she is, but one day she will. She realizes it.
So also
shout out to Squeak too, if she's listening to this.
Yeah, so shout out to Squeak, man. So also you did the Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, that was fun too.
Or the Beast and the Beauty. The release part.
That's when I told Squeak she was wasting her calling, man. She was definitely missing her calling, because there was a lot of beautiful women there.
The Beast and the Beauty.
There was a lot of that. And I like the support that she got too, man. She got a lot of dope support. But I mean, of course, you know, her herself is dope. I would love to do another one with the full band. I know when we did it was just me and Savon on guitar. So I would love to do it like with a full band.
Yeah. Shout out to the Young Prodigy.
Yeah, man. Savon out here doing this thing, man. But I would love to do like a full band with her, for sure. almost like pretty much like what we did for. I guess we could probably talk about this off air, but kind of like what I did for like B. Howard and like Elroy when we did like the whole live band stuff behind them. Like I can see Squeak doing that for sure.
Right. Something like that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
They would definitely go crazy.
So, how about as far as your studio and or like band? Is it normal that you would like put together different bands, or do you kind of? Like, do you work with the same people? Do you kind of always you have a specific band you work with, or do you kind of just
Yeah. So all of the above. So if I have to count it. So I'm drummer.
Cause I know the Craig Bailey and friends.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
That's
I know
one
Craig
of
Bailey
them.
and friends.
Okay, so so I'm in a few different bands. Some of them are friends of mine who are artists. So I'm just like a drummer, and then I also help MD or like musical direct for them as well. So I got Craig Bailey and Friends. I'm in another band called Utopia, and I probably play with them a lot, at least 2 or 3 weekends a month. And then I got my homeboy Marcus J that plays sax. I got The Wave, and it's kind of like a band, and we kind of just do shows with different people. So I know like we did a show with Elroy, we did a show with B. Howard. I'm in another band with my homeboys. His name is Willie Butler.
I think I went to school with
You met Willie. Willie actually did the Comedy and Soul thing. He did the first one with me.
Oh yeah, we got to touch on
It was him and the girl. Yeah, so it was him and the girl.
Crazy series.
And there's probably some more people too. But yeah, for different people, for sure. And then some people, like we try to, out Fernando as well. I've been doing some stuff for Fernando. But for the most part, like I said, if I'm doing stuff with like rappers or MCs, like I try to switch up and even though it may be a lot of the same people, I try to switch up the band name, so it's kind of like, so everybody kind of like has their own custom thing, so it's not like this band with so many different people. So I try to do that as well.
So, talk to me a little bit about, like I said, we mentioned the
Comedy and Soul. I know you're talking about Comedy and Soul for sure.
Yeah.
So Comedy and Soul, I did actually with you guys. So Comedy and Soul, we got into that. All approached me about doing it, and
Comedy and Soul, shout out to
yeah, the whole team. Go ahead.
Wise Cracks Comedy.
Yeah.
And downtown Woolworth on 5th, the Comedy and Soul series. The excellent brand of comedians along with Craig Bailey and Friends.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's you almost can't get a rich experience.
I appreciate that.
At one place at one time, you get, that's like, you talking about bang for the buck. You're really getting 2 shows, honestly.
Well, like I said, when all approached me about doing it, like I said, it was something that, like, I know he had different people before, and I think that's kind of like the dope thing I like about Craig Bailey and Friends is because it's me, but also too, like, if you let me know like kind of like what you're kind of going for, and I basically will plan the show from there. And so it's dope because I know so many friends of mine who do different things. So it's like I said, like the first one we did, my homeboy Will be sings. The second one I did Evan Ackland. So Will be sings. He's more of like the singer associate, like the performer. Evan's more of the singer, dancer performer. And you got Fernando, who's definitely the vocal performer. And like I said, you got just so many different ways you can go from there. So like I said, I think that's the beauty of it. It's like my talk always like, I know you guys have different themes for like the different times y'all do it. So like even with that, like the dope part about it is I can bring in somebody who's a friend of mine to come and lead it and headline it to fit the occasion. And like I said, because I know so many different people who do different things. Like I said, it's good. Like I said, I told them it's like we could do somebody, a different artist really like every time. And it's nothing to me. But to answer your question, like as far as the band and stuff, a lot of them are a lot of times artists like a lot of the same people. I try to switch it up just to, bring different vibes and bring different energy into it. But for the most part, it's a lot of the same people. I try to stay loyal to people who can hold me down for sure. So
right, got I'm a member of the Loyalty Rewards program.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm a member of the Loyalty Rewards program. You know what I mean?
I got you. And I definitely got you.
So, you mentioned artists. Let me ask you this. Is there any artists from the city that you would like to work with that you have not already?
Top of the list, top of my head for sure, Starlito. That's somebody I would definitely love to work with.
Shout out to Star.
And it's coming soon, man. I got some stuff I'm gonna be putting out, man. It's gonna kind of bait him a little bit and make me like, you know what, this makes sense. And that's what we talked about a little bit before.
Shout out to my dog.
Yeah. I love Star. But outside of that, there's a lot of different national artists. She was at Squeak's show. She was the second girl or first girl? I think it's the second. The first was a guy. The second was a girl.
Sweet Poison?
Yeah, Sweet Poison. She was dope. I've heard her music before. She was dope.
Yeah, shout out to Sweets. I just had an interview drop.
Who else? I would love to do something with Trapper Mandel.
Shout out my dog, sure.
I've of course worked with Squeaky, but I would like to do more with Squeak for sure.
Got to. We ain't done the last of that shit. We just getting started.
Yeah. I put together some stuff for B Howard when he had his Plan B, and we just never got to it.
Man, listen,
and
that new project, man.
I heard. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Man, listen.
And I had something together for Pretty Shy as well, and we never got a chance to do it.
Listen, if you ain't had a chance to check out that B Howard,
unbelievable.
project, you tripping.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You tripping.
Yeah, but I, like I said, I know we definitely done some stuff. Like I said, we was gonna do Plan B, and we didn't get a chance to do that. Who I also found out through, and shout out to Troy, to Elroy, was Villain. Yeah, Villain. His music is pretty dope too.
Alright, I actually want to play another game real quick. That's cool, man. Alright. So, this right here is Joyride.
Finish on that for me.
So, basically, the premise behind this game is same thing. You got an unlimited budget, unlimited bankroll. You can pull off in anything, any type of vehicle, any type of truck, car, any type of whatever.
I already know the answer.
What you pulling off in? What you?
Man, let me get my bond on, man. I'm pulling that Aston Martin. That Vanquish. I'm an Aston Martin guy. If it wasn't Aston Martin, it'd be a Ferrari, but definitely Aston Martin.
Yeah, Aston Martin be nasty.
What about you? What you pulling off in?
Man, I don't even know, man. It'd be hard for me.
If you was a car, what would it be?
It's so, man, just to choose one that I had to drive every day that I just
if you had to pick a car, what would it be?
One car. I'd probably pick a real cool. Man, I might get I'll pick some type of SUV.
I'm gonna get to that too. If you had to pick a car and an SUV, what would it be?
If it was just a car, one car, I'd probably do like a
Alright now.
I do an S600 or something.
Okay. I'm with it. If you had to do a truck, what would it be? Because clearly a truck is more your thing.
I'd probably do that's a good question. I don't know. I do a track out or something like that.
If I had to do a truck, I kind of like the Rolls Royce truck, but I really like those G-Wagons. If I had to do a truck, it'd probably be a G-Wagon.
Yeah, them G-Wagon's cool too. I like that Maybach truck.
I don't think I've seen the Maybach truck.
Oh yeah, I don't even know if they out yet or not. I don't know.
That's some exclusive. So yes, that's money right there. I ain't known about no Maybach truck. I know they got a Bentley truck, a Rolls Royce truck.
I don't necessarily like the Rolls Royce truck.
I didn't know they had a Maybach truck.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I don't know if it's out. It might have just came out. If not,
was it that Bravest or whatever it is, the one that Lil Wayne got? It sounds like a B. Is it that one?
Nah, definitely not that. It's a old. Nah, definitely.
Okay. I may not know about it.
Yeah, it's some whole little something else, man. Some whole little something else. But yeah, anyway, okay. What about you then? What do you do?
Say that again.
What about you then? If you had to pick the car or the truck?
Well, car be Aston Martin. If I pick the truck, it'd be a G-Wagon. It'd probably be a G-Wagon.
So you gonna go to G-Wagon for sure.
And Matt Blackett or something? For sure.
Yeah. I had to really put some thought into it. I had to get some type of tactic. I don't know. I probably end up getting some tactical SUV or something.
Man, I like that, man. Get it bulletproof.
Yeah,
I'm rocking with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get something. Yeah. I'm gonna go a whole nother direction probably if I really just put some thought into it.
I'm rocking with it.
All right, so let me ask you this, man.
Yeah.
What do you, what do you consider to be some of your greatest accomplishments, man? To date.
Most recently would be going back to, like I said, me on my physical journey, like getting that together. I would say right now, definitely, because I'm in like a whole transformation period. So right now, like I've been really, working on myself, and I got a vision for myself. And so for the longest, I've seen it, and I haven't really been working towards it like I should. When quarantine happened, I took it as a time like, because it's basically kind of almost what I would consider like a 180 change from like who I was. So that's probably like the biggest thing, only because, like I said, I've really been staying like focused and disciplined and seeing the results. So I'm definitely proud of that. I would say, but outside of that, before that, me doing like my own thing, pursuing like Credibility and Friends.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's probably that. I mean that, and then just everything that I've been able to sing. Like I think the reputation that I've built, just being consistent and being somebody, that people just want to hire and bring on for different stuff. Like you said, even like as far as the comedy and soul, I'm definitely appreciative of what I've accomplished so far, like with my music, because I never thought. It's almost like what we talked about before. It's just like like I saw it and I knew I wanted to do it, but like doing it and actually seeing results is like a totally different thing.
Yeah.
So doing it and then actually seeing results, like it's a big thing. So I love that. So those are probably like definitely like the biggest accomplishments for sure.
So being that you kind of been able to come to Nashville, you had an opportunity to kind of take it in. How do you feel about the Nashville music scene as a whole, or the Nashville music culture? How you feel like,
It's good and bad. I say it's good in the fact that there's so many people moving here, and there's a lot of world-renowned musicians that live here as well. So it's blessed. Like for instance, like I work with a world-renowned drummer that I work with at my part-time job at Amazon. And so like being able to chop it up with him just about almost every night when I see him, it's like a dope thing for sure. And I like that. And then like I said, also too, like I like that. I mean, especially as far as like with the drummers, I mean, musicians period, like it's a big open community. Like there's a lot of positivity here, and like I said, there's a lot of good people that you can learn from. So there's a lot of good music. I would say the bad part about it is because it's so much good music. Sometimes it's hard getting people. It spoils people, and it's hard getting people out to stuff. Only because it's like with Nashville, it's like on any. I mean, not right now, but before Corona, like on any given night, you can go out and you can hear, good top quality, music, on any given night at least two or three different spots. So like it spoils you in a sense because, like I said, you're used to getting that experience. The other bad part about it is like trying to get paid for that, because like it's such a surplus of good music. Sometimes it's hard getting paid fairly for what you do and what you bring to the table, because it's like if you don't do it, for instance, like playing on Broadway, me and my guys can come put on a good show for you the whole night, and we may charge this, but you may have some college guys that will say, listen, give us $25 a piece for gas, some tip money, some beers or whatever, some food, and they'll do the whole night for you for a fraction of what someone, would normally charge. So that kind of bites you in the butt too. And Nashville's seeing that as well. Like, it's hard to get people to pay you what you're worth, because it's like there's always someone who's, willing to do it for a whole lot less and doesn't mind doing it and will undercut you to do it. So like it just sets off like a negative cycle. So other than that, I mean, that's kind of like the good and the bad, especially with like national music industry.
Yeah. So, tell me this, man, as a musician, because I know you work with a lot of artists, not just other musicians, but you work with artists also. If you had to put together like a coalition, so to speak, like a Nashville's best to kind of represent, you know what I'm saying, like a you know what I mean, like a coalition almost, like a representation of Nashville to the industry. Who would you say it would be?
From Nashville?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, Starlito's at the top of that list again. You said I can do more than one, right?
Yeah.
Starlito, Airroy, Vac, B. Howard, Squeak. I mean, even though people are not gonna agree with me when I say this. Young Buck, Chopper Mandel. I'll stop there. I don't want to reach, but those people for sure. I don't want to reach. I'll stop there.
But yeah.
Oh no, Fluid Outrage. Put that in there too. Man, he's not Fluid Outrage no more. What's his name? Fast Money to Connect.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And that nigga Done Deal. Done Deal be spitting too. People be sleeping on Done Deal.
Facts. Do you remember what? Tell me about. So I know you gig.
Yeah.
How you gig a lot now. Do you remember your very, very first paid gig in Nashville?
Yeah, I was with a guy named Jeremy Jones. He had a movement in a company called Nashville Kick It. And I remember doing something with him. Actually at Fisk in the Appleton Room. I'm trying to think of what the actual occasion was. It was like something with us playing behind different like artists, but a lot of them were like from Fisk. And I mean, we did like the rehearsals and stuff. I think that was like the first paid one for sure. Yeah, I would say that. It was years ago too, man. It was like 06, 07, maybe. Yeah, 06, 07. Yeah.
So it wasn't even too long after you got here, basically.
No, because I got here in May of 2006. This is probably like October 2006, October, November 2006, somewhere in there. Yeah. That's been a minute ago too.
Alright, man. Well, actually, we got a few more minutes. I want to play another game. I want to introduce a new game real quick.
Okay, let's go, man.
Something a little different. We
Break
play the word association.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just say a word, a phrase. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Like literally, first thing that comes to mind.
All right.
You ready?
I'm ready.
We're gonna start like, let's say NFL.
Kaepernick.
Nashville hot chicken.
Princess.
Social media.
Instagram.
Family.
My brother. Yeah, my brother.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan 1s. Retros. Mids.
Wealth.
I think of Jay-Z. He's super association. That's I'm thinking Jay-Z.
First thing you think of when you think about Jay-Z, that ain't bad.
First thing comes to my mind.
Jay-Z and Jay ain't doing too bad.
Yeah. The wealth,
in the world of CB, man.
Yeah. First thing comes to my mind.
Okay, racism.
I think of cops.
Goodness.
I think of cops. That's the first thing that comes to my mind when you say racism. The first thing that comes to my mind, surprisingly, I mean, it's not surprising, but it's cops. I don't even think of like white people. I don't think of, whatever. I think of cops. That's the first thing that comes to mind. And somebody made a good point. There was this like, cops need to do better about like what they do. Cause it was like, you never heard anybody make a song called F the Fire Department. And I was like, yo, that's so real. No one has ever made, they'll say F the lawyer, the judge, the courtroom, cops. No one has ever made a song that say anything about F the Fire Department or firefighters.
Cause they doing their job. They doing their job of it.
Ain't nobody, I thought about that. When I saw that, I was like, yo, like that's crazy. Like no one's ever said F the fire department. No one's ever made a song about firefighters, doing what they do. That's crazy. But yeah.
Okay. So next one, fun.
You said what now?
Fun.
Fun. Drums. Drums.
Government.
The first thing that comes to my mind is Donald Trump. It's bad. I guess that's kind of like when I think of that. Yeah, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Donald Trump.
Sacrifice.
So that was actually my line name for Alpha. But when I think about that, I think of the greater good. Because sometimes sacrifice is for your greater good. So that's the first thing that comes to my mind, the greater good.
Relationships.
Overrated. Well, not all the time. If you find the right person, it ain't overrated.
Right.
But yeah.
That makes sense.
We ain't on it right now.
Yeah. COVID-19.
Man, ruined plans. And I think a lot of people agree, man. When I think of COVID-19, I think of plans that were ruined plans. There's so many people that had plans that was ruined and canceled by COVID. People gonna live their best life, quote unquote, live their best life this year. But Corona came and canceled that.
Oh,
I don't think so, man. I think there's still hope, man. I know people think it's still opening back up right now. It's early June. Now, I ain't telling people go out and just live their best life. I'm just saying that, it's definitely kind of unfolding.
Okay. Power.
50 Cent. Which is, I know it's a show, but it's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it then. But, okay, well, let me ask you this, man. What you currently listening to? What you bumping, man?
Man. I've been
feeling right now?
trying to, listen to different stuff. I actually listen to, surprisingly, what people probably don't know is I listen to a lot of rap. So I've been trying to listen to just more like, even though rap is music, trying to listen to more like music, more so like, I've been going back and listening to a lot of like Prince's old stuff. I've been really on like a Frankly Beverly and Maze kick. But outside of that, man, my rap, I've definitely been listening to heavy rotation is the Little Baby album. Janae Yanko, her I think it's how you pronounce it. I probably pronounce it wrong, but like her album's been on heavy rotation. I love Rick Ross. I mean, you and I both know I love Starlito, so we definitely gonna.
Yeah, we got that in common, Ross and Starlito.
But because of you, I have been going back and listening to a lot of the old Starlito tapes. There's definitely some hidden gold, hidden gems in them tapes.
Put you on some game.
Attention, Time, and Taxes too. I was like, I'm still after that day of hearing it when I'm up here getting my haircut. Like I'm still.
And that ain't even real old. That's not that old to me.
Well, that's the Terminator Gold one, the one you put me on.
The Terminator Gold 60. That's people don't even know about that. People don't even know about that.
Like I said, so for those listeners, like I said, that's what I've been on. Like
people don't even know about that stuff.
And thanks to Leo, because when I be up here and I be getting my haircut, man, like y'all be like playing me, be DJing, and I be in the chair, and they'll be like right there. You know how I go, and then you be having like the clippers little thing right there in your lip. So you can't really move too much, because if you move too much, you lose your mustache or your beard and your rap. Or if he up here, you may lose an eyebrow if you by your eyes. And I be like trying to like Shazam songs and stuff. But I be trying to do it on the low, so like when y'all don't see me, be like, damn Craig, like you ain't on this, like how you not?
But I understand though, because the thing is, that's music that you had to be around at that time to know about that music. Because that music existed really like before the internet was really big.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of just had to be around and be in the know.
And I caught some of it, but I got lost in the sauce. And like I said, y'all just be playing, but I rock with y'all because y'all be playing like eclectic music. Y'all just be playing like just different stuff. And it always Starlito. So I come and I may hear something like there's a couple Jacquees songs that like always playing, and I was just like, yo, wait, this kind of hit. Let me go back. And then it goes kind of like what you were saying. It was like you watch interviews and stuff on like on Jacquees and these, like talking about the kingdom R&B and blah blah blah. So like you just missing me. Like I ain't gonna listen to this clown. Like he ain't got no good music. And then like when I heard some of his songs, I was like, you know what? He's straight. I got a couple songs. Actually, when I broke the internet Friday, I posted a song from him on my IG story.
Yeah, so you broke the internet.
Yeah, man. I was out here half naked, man.
You might as well go and start your OnlyFans, man.
But you know what I thought about that, but I didn't want to be too extra with it. I know a lot of people been thinking that it's like, man, you gonna be out here now with you. I was like, nah, man, but we gonna apply pressure, man. I just want to let y'all know that I've been putting in work.
Listen, man, you might as well go and start your OnlyFans. Get paid for it. Get paid for the work you
You
put
know,
in.
I thought about that. That's what I did. I thought about doing. I should just play my. I tell my homegirl that I should make an OnlyFans and just like play drums, either like with my shirt off or like naked, where they can't like see everything. But like, I feel like my mom and dad would probably get a hold of it and be like, "Yo, what you doing? what you really doing?"
Man, well, don't
What
worry.
you really
We'll
doing?
organize. I organize it, man. Don't
See
worry.
my guy, man.
I organize it. I see
Make sure
it,
you
though.
get Squeak involved too, man, because she got some homegirls that I know she can.
Yeah, I organize it. We'll start a little Craig Bailey and Friends.
Man, you see what I'm saying?
OnlyFans.
Listen, I'm with it, man.
Craig Bailey and Friends
I'm with
X.
I'm with it. Triple X, man. We need triple X.
Nah, we ain't gonna be triple X.
I mean, at that point, at least rated R. I can't.
We gonna be 1X.
Okay, I'm with that. So what is? Okay, so break it down for me. What is 1X?
1X is gonna be a little mild.
What's up like a mile?
It's just mild. We ain't always.
Okay, so if I was 2X's, what would 2X's be?
That's when you getting there. You definitely getting there.
Okay, we not gonna do
When
it.
you on that third, or you there.
Okay, we already there. Okay,
You
I can
have
do
arrived.
1X. I can do 1X.
Yeah, we're gonna do the one.
Maybe two.
We gonna have
Maybe
you sitting at the set, shirt off.
I'm with that.
We're gonna have a girl or two just kind of vibing, maybe in a little, see what I mean, a little bikini.
You rocking with
It
it.
ain't too bad.
I'm with that. I'm with that.
Yeah,
I
man.
can do that. I can do
Yeah,
that.
we
Sex
gonna-
sales, man.
Craig Bailey and Friends X.
Put me out there, man. Now,
Nah,
tell
man,
listen, I
check
gotta make sure I ask him this while we on audio. What's the percentage, man? What you need?
Man, it just depends.
They
man.
listed.
We'll negotiate.
Okay.
You know,
Alright.
We'll negotiate.
Listen.
I don't want to give the people too much.
Okay. Alright.
We'll
What's
negotiate
that fee looking like?
A fair rate.
Because the idea sounds gravy. It's
Management,
just,
fair management services.
okay.
You know,
Is that
fair.
Is that 15, 20?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fair.
somewhere around there,
Yep,
okay.
right in that
That's
little range.
good.
Right, that's the pocket.
Listen, I rock with you.
That's the pocket.
I rock with you,
We'll put it
man.
together,
Let's
man.
do it, man.
We
We can do a little podcast thing. I can set up in the corner or something.
We can book it. We on there. We can get into the people early. We book it.
Y'all got the Dove deodorant, man. I'm rocking with y'all.
Yeah, man.
It's some good deodorant. I kind of switched to native, but it's kind of expensive. I need to switch back. I can't really tell the difference.
I'm rocking with, you know what I mean? I'm rocking with what I mean. You know what's going on.
I got you.
But man, before we have a chance to get out of here, man, any shout outs, any highlights, anything you got coming up, anything you want to tell the people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to you, man, and Culture Forward, and Wisecracks, and O, and CMR, and Rifle, and everybody for always including me on this stuff. Happy to be a part of the podcast. Also, shout out to you guys again for the introduction to Squeaky. Let me be a part of the music video. Shout out to you guys also again for Comedy and Soul, and let me have the opportunity to do that. But outside of that, man, shout out to everybody who supports me and rocks with me. Shout out to my parents. Like I said, they raise a good man, a good son. So I always try to make sure they proud.
Facts.
And shout out to my brother. I always make sure like he's proud as well. And to everybody else, man, who's listening. Like I said, a lot of people said that I wasn't gonna do it. Still say I can't do it. I ain't gonna do it. And so far, I've been here and doing my thing. So.
And a
if you
pretty
listen
good
to
job
me,
of it too.
I
A pretty
appreciate
good job of it. I must say
Appreciate it, man.
that. That's why we're here.
I appreciate
We're
it.
here, we're here to highlight those who, you know what I mean, who
Yeah.
right here doing the thing, man.
Yeah.
That's what means the most to me is I can have people come on and sit down with me and we can just chop it up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can
Yeah.
highlight people that deserve it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. No, you deserve it. We need to do the reverse, man. Let me ask you some questions. Let me get behind it and ask you some
We
questions.
might do that one day.
I'm serious.
Might do a reverse for
'Cause I'm good at asking the questions.
Culture backward.
I'm with it. We can do that when we took this off if you want.
Yeah, say this.
Alright.
Man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here.
Alright.
It's been Culture Forward, man. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm Leo. Man, we'll catch you every Thursday at 8 p.m. Also, check out the new merch we got. We got the Culture Forward merch. We got the shirts. We got the hats popping. Those available at cgfx-market.com. You check it out. Once again, we got shirts, hats, Culture Forward shirts and hats available now. You can check us out on Instagram also at Culture Forward. That's at CULTURE4WARD. I'm Leo Dynamite, and I appreciate you tuning in.